just following up on what we asked Kyle about with with the, with a new guy in town, and he's going to take steps every day. Have you seen that already with him, even although you had a light skate today, and his getting Pierre Luc a little bit more acclimatized to things here and what he can bring to this club?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not just the on ice stuff; it's the off ice stuff too. Getting to know the boys and create a connection and get some chemistry off the ice as well. And he's been doing that really well. He's not a guy who's holding himself back from questions and talking, and he's out there. So he's doing his job we're trying to get him into the team as well as we can, as quick as possible, of course. And he's a great guy. So the on-ice stuff will come. We know how good of a player he is. And he had 3 weeks of not playing a game. So it can't be too easy for him right now, but he's working his ass off, and we can all see that. So it's pretty exciting.
And we'll go next to Kelly Moore from CJOB. Go ahead, Kelly.
Hey, morning, Nikolaj. Just wondering, with respect to Ottawa's slow start, but they have beaten Toronto and Montreal, the top two teams in this division. So is that what you remind yourself more of it? And plus the head-to-head meetings where they've been largely competitive with you.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good team. They play hard. And they play fast. They got a lot of young guys with a lot of skill and a lot of speed. So they're a tough team to play against. And, we got to be ready for that. It's going to be a competitive game, as every single one in this league. So we're ready for it. We're excited for it. And we want to do, we're going to go out there and give ourselves a chance to get the 2 points for sure.
And we'll go next to Ted Wyman from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Ted.
Hey, Nick. Unfortunately, that's the second time you guys lost on a late goal this year. Are you able to just flush that right away as you're having your travel day home, or does it take getting into the next game to sort of refocus and get that one out of there?
No. It's just a matter of moving on. Yeah, it sucked. Excuse my language, but it's not the last time that's going to happen. And we're going to do it too. So it's just a matter of moving on. We got a game tonight that we got to focus on. And if we keep thinking about that last game, it's not going to do us any good. So we're professionals. We know what we need to do, and we know what we need to be ready for. And like I said, it's going to happen again on both sides. So, yeah.
And we'll go next to Sean Reynolds from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Sean.
Hey, Nick. We were talking with Paul about you earlier in the year, and how when fast, skilled guys come into the league, there can be a tendency sometimes for those fast, skilled players to chase open ice. And a lot of times when you're chasing open ice, you end up chasing the areas of the game that they're less dangerous areas. He said what you've been doing better over the last couple of years, and clearly what you're doing really good this year, is kind of using that speed to slice into traffic and still find those small spaces in traffic. Can you give me an idea of how that game has evolved for you and how you've made that realization and how you've pulled it off?
Well, I mean, this is my 6th year now. You figure some things out in your game and in the game of hockey and in the NHL that work for you and that don't work for you. Coming from junior hockey, you've got a lot more time and room to skate around, get the puck, and you're not always looking to go into that traffic. So whereas here, you don't have as much time and space, and you don't want to get away from the puck and you don't get away too far from the puck. So it has been something that I've thought about, and I've talked about it and seen it on video with the coaches. And yeah, like I said, this is my 6th year. You learn something every single year. And sometimes you don't get it right away. But I think I've been able to do a better job at it. I still catch myself kind of gliding away from those spots where the puck is or where the puck is going to be. But it's going the right way.
And final question to Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weber.
Morning, Nikolaj. What have you seen in terms of Andrew Kopp's development in his game as a line mate?
He's been fantastic to play with. He reads the game really well. He's a very smart player to play with. He's got a lot of speed and makes some pretty unreal passes. You saw that last game that ended in a 2-on-1 with me and Scheif. So he's fun to play with. And if you watch him out in practice every single day, you can see him working on something. So he's done a great job developing into the player he is today. And that's all on him. So he's a lot of fun to watch.